very warm welcome to all our audiences to this IAI3 Edutalk Session. And I also welcome our guest for this evening, world-renowned beautician Sabiya Poonawalla. Sabiya, welcome to our
just a moment. I think
fine. Please take it.
Yeah.
Welcome to our show. Thank you so much for coming, Sabiya.
Thank you for having me over too. A very good evening to all your listeners who are seeing us online and waiting to talk to all of you.
Yes, I'm sure they're very excited to hear you. Sabiya, to see you, that's really a very, very welcoming feeling. So IAI3 Edutalk, these are sessions where we invite proficient people, experts with their expertise, their knowledge. They come and share with us the career paths that they have chosen. Sometimes they are entrepreneurs, they are hardcore engineers, or they're on the OTT platform, authors, so many different types of career options that are available today. So we call them so that they share their trajectories with our young audiences. And then the training they took, the skills they developed, the work they did, and how they built themselves up to being people not only locally well known, but internationally well known. So IAI3, it stands for the International Association of Industries Institute Interface. And IAI3 Edutalk, this is the brainchild of our president, Dr. Neeta Parate. Our second vision was to streamline, showcase, promote stories of ordinary people who had done extraordinary things with their lives. And that was humanity helping people. During disasters which struck, there were many, many people who came out and helped others who needed some assistance. So we have had several people like that on our show. So folks, I'm Anjali Sangvi. I'm a soft skills trainer and I am your host for this evening. It gives me such a delight to introduce to you Sabiya Poonawalla. She's a lady, a beautician, who believes that each and every one of us can illuminate ourselves with our own light. If we can change our purpose into our passion, we should be so driven that even challenges and blockages don't harm us or stop us. We should have the tenacity, work hard, believe in yourself and achieve what you wanted to do. Make your dreams a reality just as she has done. In her own words, she likes to put footprints on the sands of time.
Right, absolutely right.
Right, Sabiya?
Yes, absolutely right.
We are all witness to it for so many years.
Yes.
So Sabiya has an experience of 29 years in the beauty line, right?
Yes, yes.
And she started a wonderful beauty parlor in Pune, LaBelle Salon, Bridal Studio and Academy.
Right.
This with her determination, Sabiya's determination, hard work, it has now got clientele from South Africa, USA, Spain, Dubai, and many, many more countries. Now, Sabiya has got training with institutions which are high-class, world-renowned institutions like Brush Strokes London, MEC Mac, L'Oreal, Shahnaz Hussain, Toni and Guy, just to name a few. Now, she believes getting instructions from people who are in the line, who are not only experts, but they have gone beyond any kind of modern technology, modern methodology in teaching, and something that they can pass on to their students, which nobody else can. So she got trained and she imbibed these skills and she implemented them in her parlor. Now at the same time, is that right, Sabiya?
Right, absolutely right. Yeah.
I'm so happy to be able to introduce you and say all these wonderful things. Sabiya, all the determination that you have, it is translated into benefits for all the people who come into your parlor. And
yes, of course.
Right? Sabiya,
right, absolutely.
She worked with experts. fashion shows, makeup
Right.
for the models, people like Wendell Rodrigues, Tarun Tahiliani, Manish Malhotra, Nachiket Barve, and many, many more. So learning, teaching others, implementing this has been her mantra. She also worked with
Yes.
very famous TV and film personalities, Karishma Kapoor, Gohar
Krishna.
Khan, yes, and Mona from
Jassi jaise koi nahi.
Vainahi, exactly,
Yes, no.
that's right.
Jassi jaise koi nahi. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
wow, what an experience, Sabiha. And then even the,
Mm.
the scions of the royal family of
Yeah, I've dressed up the Fulton royalties.
Patan
And the
royalty.
Bhosle, yeah, and the Bhosles from Shivaji Maharaj's family, that league that came from their family. It's an honor.
What a
It's a
great
really
honor. Wow.
it's an honor. It's an honor.
And there was also a time when the musicians Boney M moved
Yeah.
to her parlor to
Yes.
get themselves made up
Everybody.
before going on to
Yeah.
the show.
Yes.
So just to tell the audiences the very famous song from Boney M, uh, right, Sabia? She's cool.
Daddy cool.
Be like cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Daddy cool.
What about Daddy Cool? So they came to her parlor and got themselves made up. And then Sabiya, she has also
Right.
been featured, right, in many national publications, the Hindustan Times, Pune Times, Femina, Citadel, DNA, just to name a few. Now, what
A lot
I
of
have,
ram shows we've done.
yes, what's that, Sabiya? Rashtra?
A lot of ram shows we've done.
Ram shows, yes,
Ram
yes,
shows we've done. Ram shows.
that's right, that's right. And so what I
Yeah.
have mentioned right now is just the tip of the iceberg. And Sabiya has done much, much,
Right.
much, much more than that. So, Sabiha, it is my honor. Once again, I welcome you to our show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Anjali. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be also on the show.
Thanks a lot. And Sabiha, so many years ago, you started this salon, LaBelle Salon. What was it that inspired you to start a beauty salon in Pune at that time?
I'll tell you, it was always my dream to do something different.
Yes,
And what was a passion for me, like dressing up, makeup, and all this was my passion. And suddenly it has turned up into no, my passion turned out into rising high on those
yes,
heights which I couldn't imagine because of my commitment, because of my perseverance. I have reached to this level. So it was just a passion that grew into a business.
sure. All the determination, pursuing your career path so that made you start a beauty parlor for ladies. And that was at a
Right.
time when only frontline people like receptionists, air hostesses, or people who were on the platform, TV platform, used to get themselves made. But slowly you have also helped to imbibe this culture that everyone wants to look nice.
Yes,
Even
yes,
the
of
men
course.
folk also, which is a very positive trend.
Yes, of course, of course. And they would like to get, as grooms, they also want to be dressed up nowadays, you know. So
Of
in the
course.
boys also like to be dressed up and look good at their main day. So it's just not that. Everybody does like to groom up these days. Yeah.
Sure,
But
Sabia.
on fashion shows also, on the ramp also, the boys are all dressed, wanting to be look the best, and they do a lot of makeup for that also, and the hairstyling also done.
Yes, yes.
Because it's times have changed. The men wouldn't be doing anything, but now they're doing everything.
And for the better. If
For the
it's going
better.
to
Yes,
showcase their personalities and make them look and feel better, I think it's
yes,
a very positive trend. Now,
right, right.
Sabiya, your LaBelle Salon is also a training academy. So,
Right, it is a training academy.
can you share with us how do you frame the curriculum? What are the courses for?
See, I tell you, it just started as we started working for RAM shows and I know those experiences, those expertise, going abroad, coming back, having RAM shows,
Yeah,
working with great artists like Tarun Tehlani and Manish Malhotra and Femina and all these, so, who's who. We worked with all these people on their shows. So
yes,
that gave me an instinct that why not start sharing my experiences, sharing my work with others so that
yes,
even they learn something. And that's how the academy came into being.
right.
And that's how I started the academy, and now which is doing very well. We have students are coming over for basic courses, for advanced courses, for just styling of the hair. So there are
Yeah.
different courses in here, and so accordingly we take them, whatever course they want to do.
Right, right. That's wonderful, wonderful. And then all these great, amazingly great training that you got in these institutions. What was it like learning with them, Sabiya? The experience and then putting all that experience into practice?
See, when you get trained under this, those good names that you hear,
Yes,
like Toni and
yes,
Guy, and
yes, yes.
get all around. We go abroad and we get hello, sorry, hello.
Please go ahead, Sabiya. We can hear
Yeah.
you.
When you get trained with all these different institutes, these academies, we learn a lot. We see their styles, the way they're conducting, the way they are going about with the style and with the air and with the confidence and with the techniques. So we learn a lot when you go abroad with all these people. We learn how to conduct ourselves in front of
Yes,
an audience, in front of the students, in front of and anyone who comes. They give you that confidence that okay, you can do this in a very expertise way and in a very easy way. So
yes,
this is what we want to inculcate into our students too, and that's what they get once they know that this academy has done the courses abroad and they have done a lot of courses and
sure.
they have been trained abroad. So then accordingly the students also would like to take our expertise, take our knowledge, and they also would go ahead with such confidence.
Sure, sure. And Sabiya, you've done a lot to gain trust and to
Yes,
build up your own brand. That is amazing.
yes, no
So,
doubt, no doubt.
Sabiya, we would all like to know a bride on the day she's getting married. Of course, every cell in her body radiates happiness. But the bridal makeup that you do, to transform her into an angel, please tell us about bridal makeup.
Right.
Yes.
Bridal makeup is something so personal. I must tell you, it depends upon the bride, her nervousness, her clothes, the amount of money she wants to spend, what she
Yes.
wants to look like on that day, and the people around, what they expect from their daughter or the daughter-in-law. It has a whole lot of things together, and that's how a bride comes up. Like, we have our expertise, we have our knowledge, we have our vision of, okay, this girl has come, we would like to do this on her face, depending on her skin, her hair, her confidence, all this. But at the same time, if the parents don't want it that way, the way we want it to happen, so then we have to accordingly work on their lines. Accordingly, we have to
Yes.
work what they
Yes.
expect also. So
Yes.
maybe I would think like, okay, this bride is very dark, and I will try to give her a subtle makeup, and I would love to give her this form of makeup. But maybe
Yeah.
that bride wants to look very fair, and with a dark complexion, and suddenly you want to look very fair. It's not right. So we try to give a little bit of our advice and a little bit of our also pre-bridal knowledge. Like we
Yes.
try to give her, like a mock makeup so that she knows what exactly would suit on her face and how she would look on that day. So that gives the confidence to the child.
Yes. Yes.
It
That's
makes a
wonderful.
lot of difference. Yeah, when there's once she knows how she's going to look on that day, that gives a lot of confidence. And that day, she's not stuck. Okay, she knows that she has had a pre-bridal done before with makeup, and she's very confident. Like, okay, ma'am, just do whatever you feel that we did this, and I'm very happy. Then we are sorted, and even she's sorted on that day. So I think a lot of things combine together for a bride to be made.
That's right. That's right. And in fact, it's very nice that you do a kind of a rehearsal before
Right,
so
right,
that
right.
she's very comfortable. And
Yes.
nowadays, when you see pictures of different events of the marriage, every time the makeup looks different. So
Right. Yes.
it's amazing.
Yes.
Morning
Yes.
functions, night functions, or indoor functions. The bride looks different and she looks so unique. I'm
Yes.
sure there must be a lot of art involved over there, Sabiya.
Nowadays, makeup is full, so beautiful. You have
Yes,
different types of makeup. You have contouring makeup, you have matte finish, you have glow finish, you have shining makeup, you have airbrush makeup. The amount of varieties in makeup is there. So
Yes.
it's every bride wants to look the best. So and nobody wants to scrunch on money on that day. So
Yes.
we have a lot of variety of makeups, and we according to what they want and what we can advise them, then the work is taking place. And of course, there's a lot of shoots also before bridal shoots, before pre-bridal, and then after the marriage. So that also is lovely makeup that we go to hill stations, and we also feel very young with all these youngsters going around. They're happily, going to get married, and before that, only the whole atmosphere around and the whole aura around is so beautiful, so happy, so positive. It's a lovely feeling, and you always in this field
Yeah.
a person who's doing makeup is always feeling young. She always feels okay. I'm always going to be young because it's so much life and so much
Yes. Yes.
happiness and so much to do with colors, and it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. I
Absolutely.
remember one incident. I have to share this with you
Yes.
because
Yes. Yes.
sometimes such
Yes. Yes.
blessings come out from it. I have to share this lovely incident.
Right.
I had a bride from Dubai, and we had really worked hard for their functions, and so after everything was over, the mother came to the salon and saying, thank you so much, you have been, like, you really looked after all of us, the bride and everybody who did makeup with us. They were very happy. Thank you so much. I bought a small gift for you. She had bought a watch for me.
How
So
sweet.
I said, ma'am, no, I wouldn't want to have anything. You please give it to my staff because they need it more than me.
Yes.
Please, give my staff whatever you want to give, but I would not want to take. She insisted, and I kept insisting, no, I really don't want the gift, but just give me some blessings. That's what I asked her. Can you
Sure.
believe the blessing she gave me? She told me this in Hindi. मेरी बेटी के सर से जब सेहरा उतरेगा तब तेरी बेटी पे तुरंत चढ़ेगा.
Oh, how lovely.
And I'm telling you, kabhi kabhi blessings are so beautiful. And immediately in 6 months' time, I had my daughter getting engaged.
Wow.
I'm
Oh,
getting goosebumps saying this to you. It's such a beautiful thought given by a mother to another mother.
wow.
Like it's a positive energy she radiated to me, which the Lord immediately listened, and the angels bowed down for His blessings. So I
Yes.
feel we get lovely people with us. We work with lovely families. We enjoy this. I really enjoy this job. I really love it.
Lovely. What a depth of meaning, and she said it with such a pure heart, meaning
Yes,
every word, Sabiha, that it's so completely beautiful, even for
yes.
me to hear it and our audiences. Thank you so much for telling us.
It's a beautiful
Sabiha,
experience.
how lovely. And then you train your staff also, because at a
Yes,
wedding, there must be so many ladies, right?
yes, yes,
Like,
yes. Humility is very important,
yeah.
and perseverance is very important in our field. Humility, perseverance, commitment, dedication, these are all together combined to make you reach where you want to reach.
Yes, exactly. Now, Sabiha, supposing there is a live event, like a fashion show, or then when the Boniem performed, as compared to actors who are on TV and the films, is there a lot of difference in the makeup because it has to sustain for some time, right? Although in the bake,
Yes, yes, of
yeah,
course. There is a lot of difference in makeup because it has to keep, because shooting takes a lot of time. The
yeah,
shows take a lot of time, so we have to keep dabbing back
yes.
to the stage. We have to keep redoing the makeup. Sometimes it shifts off because some people are dark, as I said. Sometimes it shifts off, so we have to keep dabbing. You have to keep giving touch ups so that it is maintained throughout. And a shoot takes maybe 1 day, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days. So repeatedly, we have to do the same makeup for all the 3 days, all the 5 days.
Oh,
So
wow.
it has to make what you have to do, and the
Yes,
same thing can go on for 3 days also at a stretch, or maybe just in one day you finish a shoot. It depends how the light is on that day. If there's a cloudy day, and so like the shooting keeps repeating. So
yes.
all these things count a lot with makeup also. If it's a cloudy day and the person is dark, as it is, it's all dark around. The person is dark, but she's an attractive child, and her view on the screen is her face on the screen is very beautiful. But the
Yes.
transformations that come up after makeup is done, oh, you will not believe that it's the same child who I saw without makeup. So it does help a lot. Yes.
Yes, I'm sure you have to keep the continuity, like if the shoot is going on for 5 days, then the makeup has to look as if it's on Monday.
Same continuing, yeah, same continuing.
Wow, that's amazing. And Sabiya, can you please tell us a little bit about hairstyling and nail art? We've only heard this styling,
Yeah.
we've heard, but nail art.
Nail art is one art which I started it. I was the first one to start in Pune, and it has been like my salon was the only one, and nobody in Pune understood what is nail art.
Right.
For them, I had to really convince them and show them what is nail art, how it works. But people were still scared that time. They kept wondering that, oh my God, how will I do my housework? How will I move about? Oh my God, it might just break off.
Yes, yes.
But I had a lot of clientele from abroad, because abroad it is their style.
Yeah.
In a attendant at the washroom, which you see when they take money and they allow you to use a washroom. They also dress up so beautifully. Their nails on all gel, and they have beautiful nails made, and they're so well groomed. So it is their culture there. Yeah, it is their culture there, where they know that they would want to look like that, even if you're an attendant at the washroom.
Yeah.
And whereas in India, it had to be, it needed some time to be pushed. So, but then that I was there, and I had a lot of clientele expertise coming from abroad, expats coming from abroad for refills. After nail is made, after 3 weeks, the nail starts, the down nail, the real nail starts moving ahead.
Yeah.
So the gel nail that we have created, that also shifts. So there's a gap between the back side. It's called as refills. So the refills had to be filled. So I had a lot of these expats who would come for refills. Right. And because they knew this was the only salon doing this work. So the gel nails, and in this nail, the nail art, we have acrylic nails and gel nails. So it depends on what the customer wanted. Accordingly, we would do both the nails, and both were priced literally the same, but everybody had their preferences. So we had but now everything is beautiful. Everybody is doing it, so I'm so happy. And nail art is an art by itself. It takes time. It is with real expertise. You have to go around shaping the nail, gelling it up, putting it under the UV light so that the gel nail becomes permanent. So it's a procedure that it goes, but it makes your fingers look lovely, especially for those children who bite their nails. So this is something very beautiful that has come up. Yes. So they have those lovely nails, like I know my daughter, she used to bite the nails. The moment I did this course and came, she was the first one whom I made the nails on, because she wanted to have those beautiful long nails. So it's a lovely thing for children who bite their nails. So, and of course for others, it's very common now. Everybody is doing it. It's a style now. It's a style.
Lovely. And it looks so unique and beautiful. And what a deterrent for children who bite their nails. Oh, very nice, Sabiya. Great idea.
Yeah, those children who bite their nails, for them it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, and then hairstyling. There was a time when people went only for haircuts.
Right.
Now
hairstyling is all there. If you can style your hair, nothing like it. You are a transformed person totally.
Yes.
Styling of hair is so good. I remember I had this customer who came, a bride who came to me.
Right.
And she had a bald patch here, a young girl. She didn't have any hair over here.
Yeah.
So she was not confident at all, but luckily it was a love marriage for her. So a very sweet child, whoever married her.
Yeah.
But the child also was very sweet, of course. But she always felt that, Auntie, I want this whole patch to be covered. Please do something. Yeah, Auntie, please do something about it.
Yes.
So and by God's grace, I'm one of those hair stylists who knows how to fill up those empty patches in the head and still do a beautiful hairstyle.
Wow.
So, yeah, all these photographers would always say, "Ma'am, you're the best hairdresser, the best hairstylist. You can make hair go unique, different when you come on us. We are so happy to have you, because the work is so good and so fast. So many years of experience and my passion. Basically, it's my passion, my joy, and my love for my this work. It's an art which I have loved. So yeah, so that's where people have just loved my work because of the quickness. These these photographers, as well as all the sets when they have these shoots and all, the ramp walkers, they've loved me for my work because I'm very quick in hairstyles and very different. within seconds, the same girl would have another hairstyle, and again she would run the ramp. So it's an art. It's an art. Unless and until you are not very good at it,
Yeah.
you're not. I'm saying you have to work hard. You have to
It's like a
just work hard, and you reach there. You definitely reach there.
But what a compliment, because if photographers can tell you that it's really wonderful to take photographs of the
Yes, they
hairstyles.
just used to wait for me that, okay, ma'am is coming, then we are sorted. We don't have to even worry what the model would be looking like.
Yeah,
They understood what the photographers wanted from that model. So
exactly,
it's
exactly. Yeah, they also have a vision, no, for how the model
how,
should look.
and it has to be quick. You
Yeah,
can't sit with a hairstyle for hours together and show them no results. They also have the limitations of time. They also have the limitations of the brightness, the darkness. All these are there when the model is being shooted. So they also have the restriction, the location where they're going. So they want fast. So I was, by God's grace, I had a good hand
so
in that.
quickly, and that's because you have the gift, you have the skill in yourself, in your fingers.
Right. Yes.
Sabiya, tell us a little bit about the products. Do we still depend a lot on products which come from out of India, or do we have
Yes.
some nice products here itself, Indian made,
See,
indigenous?
now everything is available in India.
Okay,
And of course, products from abroad are definitely better because they are far more superior in
yes,
quality and
yes,
they're far more advanced in their technologies with
yes.
what the product they come up with. So definitely
Oh,
there is a difference, no doubt. I would not say that there isn't. But at the same time, now those same products are easily available in India because India has collaborated with a lot of foreign companies and all. So we are having the same products available in India also in collaboration. Of course, there are few products which, whenever I traveled, I got it from abroad.
right, right.
On my travel and my courses, whenever I went, I picked up a lot of makeup products and hair styling products, which helped me in my work over here, no doubt. And the nail art also. I used to pick up only from London first whenever I went for my courses. And
Yeah,
now it's easily available in India, but पहले तो बिल्कुल नहीं था. So I used to, whenever I went for a trip to London, my courses, I would carry these products. Definitely, there's a difference. Yes.
lots of it for your parlor and for your work outside your parlor also when you travel.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
then, Sabiya, now you have built up the foundation, the
Yeah.
pillars of
Right.
your business, and now the new order has taken over. And
Yes.
then your daughter Sabah, a youngster, dynamic,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
in a very nice way, go-getter, achiever. What do you think is the difference between the way you operate and the way Sabah operates?
See, I have to be very honest. No matter what level you have reached, but still, a youngster would be able to relate to a youngster far more better than me.
Sure, sure,
A
sure.
youngster is more open to a youngster. She wants to tell her mind out to the youngster, and their body language, their way of talking, the same mindset they have. For me to be around would be a help in hairstyling because I'm quick at it. But the youngster has a lot of young ideas. The youngster can relate to the bride easily, and her methods are more advanced
Yeah,
because Sabah has done a much advanced course than what I have also done.
okay.
So every time I went abroad, I learned something. But now Sabah has been going abroad, coming back with a lot of more knowledge than I had. Because makeup has also become very versatile and it has expanded lots. Like there's a lot of makeup around, and to choose the right makeup is
Yeah,
also an art. So Sabah has done a lot of research in this field, as well as she has also been trained a lot from abroad. So
yes.
that has helped also, and it helps our business also,
Correct,
definitely.
correct. And Sabah yourself, you know,
And Sana also has been doing this with me, my elder daughter. And
wow,
she was there in this, yeah, and she was there in this field. And she is doing now practicing in Bangalore. Sabha has been doing in Chennai, and I in Pune. Because now
yes.
both of the girls have got married.
So you got branches now. I think that's an
Yeah,
expansion.
I keep going for the orders. I keep going for the orders to Bangalore, to Chennai. So it's a good thing. It's a team. We are a
Yes,
team
yes,
like.
yes. It's something wonderful that your daughters have also taken it up and increased and enhanced the skill. Uh, Sabiya, please tell us a little bit about the business aspect. If someone had to open a
Tell us a
parlor,
little about.
business aspect. How is the earnings? How, the investment that one puts in terms of expertise, money, of course, the time, your upskilling, so many things. Are the returns pretty good?
The returns are very good. The returns are really very nice. 100% return for your money, for your courses. Everything is excellent.
Wow.
Unfortunately, now the thing is that prices of the place has become very expensive. So that is where one has to be very alert. The location, your work may be good, but the location is not too good where you are doing your work. So that also counts. So whenever you're selecting a place for your salon or for your business in this field, you choose a central place. You choose a place where it is more visible. That is one thing. Yeah. And you try to be with firms which have already made their name initially. Till you build your own client, right?
Correct.
You be with firms which have already got a name. You work under them for a year or two. Till you know how to go about, till you know how to move, till you know how to catch their hand and go behind them. Unless you don't do this, unless you don't know how they have worked, how they have coming up, how their way of conducting the whole business is, you will be still like a newcomer and you might make mistakes, which I would always suggest youngsters to be under someone who's very, very established, like work for some good companies or like L'Oreal and whichever firm is very good in makeup and things like that. Work for them for some time, for a year and a half. See to how they are doing their work, how they are going about. Learn from them a lot. So that's a feather in your cap. Learning a year and a two doesn't make any difference. You learn, you work for them for a year and a half, and then you start your business. Then you'll not make mistakes.
Exactly.
So depend on your mistakes because that loan that you've taken for your place, that money that you have invested, if you make a mistake in that 1 year, 1.5 year, you will be dejected and you will be without any confidence. So one should always learn for 1.5 year, 1 year with companies who are excelling, and then you start your work. The salon or the business, because then that leaves you with very little in making mistakes. And with such a big investment, you don't want to make a mistake, and you don't want to go down.
Sure.
My advice with every child would be that you work with some good establishment for at least 2 years. 2 years doesn't go anywhere. You will be earning money in that 2 years also. So why make a mistake and drop everything down?
Sure.
Go up when you start, just zoom up. Don't look back. That's what I say.
Sure. And you're right, Sabiya, not only the expertise in makeup and in grooming, but also in business. How does one conduct the business? So one has to learn the ropes.
You have to. And once you are experienced, then you won't make the mistakes.
Yeah. Now, Sabiya, we all know that the beauty business is very big all over the world. What is the mindset of the people in India? Are they very adventurous in starting a beauty business, learning, opening salons?
Yes.
Most of them, of course, I'm sure all of them are very, very good. But youngsters getting into this line, what advice would you give them, Sabiya?
They should, at least I would give advice to both girls and boys. Please go in this field. It is very lucrative. It is very lucrative in the sense that you earn a lot of money in this field, no doubt, and it doesn't go into a loss. But as I said, please work under someone. Please work for 1.5 years, 2 years till you get your experience and then start a salon. And it has a lot of money in this field, no doubt. It's only that, of course, now places have become very expensive. The property where you are going to start a salon, that is, the rentals are high, the maintenance is high. So you have to work on everything before you put in a salon, so that you don't make mistake and you are not negative in your approach.
Yeah, that's right. There's so many aspects to be considered, not just the skill a person has, but as you said, that the
once if the business has to shut down, then your morale is totally shattered.
Yeah.
So I would not like any child to go through that. So they should, even if it's a rental place, but experience from another enterprise will help them.
Yeah, sure. Or maybe 2-3 people can rent one place together. one looks after one aspect, one looks after the other, or something like that, maybe.
Or you can also give seats, every chair as a monthly.
Okay.
I'm just advising. There are three chairs in the salon.
Yeah.
So one of them can use the space of one chair and then give the rental for that chair.
Yeah.
Depends,
Yeah.
like how you work around, because nowadays things are expensive, but there is a lot of money in this field, no doubt. There is a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure that's right. And is there anything else you would like to add for the benefit of our young students and audience? They're listening to you.
Yes, I would always say perseverance, dedication, commitment, and your goals. If you have a set goal in mind, keep a goal in mind. That this is the where I have to reach, and you'll definitely reach.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you don't have your goals, you will not reach anywhere. Make a goal. This is my goal, and I have to reach it over there. So you'll definitely reach. And your commitment, your dedication, your perseverance. That this is what I have to do. There's no two ways about.
There's no two ways. Really. Really,
So,
that's right.
and I have to share a small experience.
Yes,
At
yes,
this level,
please.
I've reached, and I want to tell the youngsters that see, when I sat at the salon, the beauty part also I had taken up. So I myself would do Shahnaz Hussain facials. I myself would give massages. And I never felt ashamed doing that job. But I felt I have come into this field. So why
Yeah.
not? Why should I be like a I would rather be like the staff around me and give them an example. Okay, man can do it, so they would also do with the same gist and the same feeling and the same love for their job. So I always feel that no job is small or big. It is the same. You have come into this field. Don't even think, oh, मैं उनके बाल का है ना knots क्यों निकालूं? अरे, you are for that job. Why do you want the staff to do it? Okay, if the staff is not doing anything, then you can like like go ahead doing it, but then do it yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to do it for you. I always do it yourself. I don't believe in anybody in the staff doing anything for me. If I can do it alone. Because
Yes.
if you act lazy, staff will act more lazy. So it is you be a go-getter, everybody will be a go-getter with you together in the salon.
Sure, sure. You know
No
the
job is don't have to feel ashamed of any job. I have taken hair washes also.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So it's my job. I'm being paid for that. So I never felt ashamed to do any work.
Not at all.
So, children should not feel ashamed, should not feel why should I do this?
Yeah.
I should do that. Initially, you have to struggle. Afterwards, maybe you can have your choices that okay, now this is not mine. I tell the staff. But
Right.
initially, when you start, don't feel ashamed of anything. It's your job. You want to rise. You have your goals in mind and reach them.
Wonderful, Sabiya. Actually, you've explained to us in so detailed and in such a simple manner. And for all that you've achieved, you're such a down-to-earth and humble person. It's so wonderful to speak to you. You don't have any airs, and we wanted to know the details of the business, what goes into it and where you can train, how you can set up your business. It was so beautiful. And like,
And I have to share with you this,
yes,
Anjali,
yes,
that nowadays things are much more easier than what was there during our time.
sure.
Availability of
Yes,
products,
I agree completely.
availability of courses. These are very much there. So
Yeah,
choose the right product, choose the best.
right.
It's the
Of
best
course.
will give you the best result.
Don't
If you
cut any
compromise on
corners.
if you compromise on your stuff, then you don't get good results. So never feel okay, I'm getting similar things in a much lesser amount, and so I will take that. Don't do that. Take the best, because the result will be the best.
Yes, I'm sure.
Quality does matter.
And Sabiya, a little bit about Sabiya as a person. I hear that you love to sing, you love to recite shairi, and you love to also meet a lot of friends and do social work. And so, if you wish to share, we'll be happy to hear. And in case you want to do it for the next interview, that's your choice.
Like, of course, I would love to. I keep going to polytechnics, and I keep imparting my knowledge to them, these children who are there, because I keep going and guiding them how to go about how to do hairstyles, and I keep teaching them as a hobby, as my passion. I part my knowledge to these children who
Yeah.
are there in orphanages and all. I go and have demonstrations for them also, so
Wonderful.
that they also learn and they also feel happy that okay, that's LaBelle Salon ma'am had come to guide us today. So it's like they also feel very happy doing that.
Yes.
So in my ways, I do help them, and of course now I have started my academy where I'm quite busy. So I have a lot of students and I help them also
Yeah.
financially also.
Yeah.
Like okay, wherever I can, I do help a lot to these youngsters who come,
That's
and God be kind. So
be kind.
everybody has the ways of helping. So
Yes, really. And you never think of it as social work. You do it just because that's the kind of person you are. You like to just be with people, promote them, help them grow. That's really very, very beautiful. Sabiya, it was so, so wonderful to have you with us on our show. And I'm sure our audiences are inspired now. You know, sometimes you hear and you read newspapers, TV that,
Anjali, I have to tell you one shairi since you told a shairi to me.
yes,
I say shairi, but my husband is the one who loves to say shairi. But I know one of his shairis, which
yes,
always likes to say in front of people, friends, and all, because he's a workaholic and he just works and works and he doesn't take any off. He's working the whole 7 day round the week. So when people ask him, why don't you take a break, Farooq? He just repeats this one shairi, which on his behalf I'm repeating over here.
yes, I think
थकने नहीं should I say थकने नहीं देता ये जरूरतों का पहाड़ मुझे थकने नहीं देता ये जरूरतों का पहाड़ मुझे मेरे बच्चे मुझे बूढ़ा होने नहीं देते.
wow, wow. It is so poetic, so expressive, and so beautiful.
Yeah, it's dedicated to my husband. Okay, he loves to say this, and I always tell him मेरी बीवी कभी बुढ़ी नहीं होती है इसलिए.
So Farooq, I like to recite Shairi. That's so completely beautiful. It's so different from his workaholic nature. It's a different aspect of him. And you shared with us. Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Pleasure to be with you all. And I do want to leave footsteps behind on the
Yes.
sand so that people follow it.
Yes, sure.
Not me for that, definitely.
You know, one becomes a role model and an icon, even if you don't, want to get into that huge aura of an icon, but people start following you.
Yes,
So
definitely.
that's so beautiful. Thank you so much for coming, Sabiya. I'm so happy to have you on our show. Please keep coming again and again onto our show to share your life experiences with our audiences.
Pleasure to be here with you all, Anjali. And it was a lovely evening, afternoon, whatever you say. It's a pleasure to be with you all. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Parts of the world. It may be evening here, but it might be afternoon, maybe in Dubai.
Yes, and I hope it has helped. It will help people. A little experiences like where one should not make mistakes, and people do follow it because these are small things which people nobody shares with you. I hope it helps these youngsters who come in this field.
Sure, it's an inspiration.
And one more thing I have to tell these youngsters that I had gone to Symbiosis for a prize distribution day, and these youngsters were all there, and there were many dignitaries sitting on the podium, and one of the gentlemen, he was also a very learned person who was invited to speak on that day. He had one thing to tell these children, saying, you have to be very versed in English. The grooming in English has to be very good. People say that no, you have to know only your mother tongue or you have to know only your, a particular language. That is not important because when you go abroad, English is a language which you should be knowing very well.
Yes.
So I feel these youngsters, whoever are coming in this field, should groom themselves up just for English. Because the language makes a lot of
difference.
Yes. So this is another point which I would like to share with youngsters. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
The way you speak, the way you speak says millions. The moment your mouth opens and you don't know what you are saying in English properly, then that's where, like maybe you're a good worker, artist, but then that little bit, that bridge between the client and you.
That's
It's
right.
more difficult. So it is better that you know English to a beautiful amount level, so that at least you are not struggling over there to with the client, and it
Yeah.
gives an impression.
It's communication skills. Otherwise, all your expertise, no one can understand what you can do. So they
And
need to speak.
language is English. You know, like you. It's not because it's, but it's a language acknowledged all around the world.
All over the globe. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So it does make a lot of difference in this field.
Sure, sure. One has to showcase oneself properly, you know.
Yes, grooming is so important. It's
Women,
very
of
important.
course. Of course.
It's a part of beauty. So
Yeah,
grooming is very important. Definitely, it is important.
sure. Personality. When you hear of Rickshawala's daughters becoming Miss World, which I
Yeah,
feel
just see that child. So lovely, so beautiful.
fantastic. It's
So
fantastic.
beautiful. Yeah.
Confidence level.
The confidence that comes after you groom yourself well, definitely.
Sure.
Definitely.
Sabiya, thank you so much. It was so much of fun also.
Yes,
It
it
was
was
lovely.
fun. Yes, it was a pleasure to be with all of you all. And I thank Neetu, and thank you also, Anjali, to have me on your podium. And I hope I have made an impression,
Of
leaving
course.
behind. I create another footstep.
Thank you. Touching lives is such an important thing. Thank you so much, Sabiya. It's a pleasure. We are
Thank you.
grateful
Thank
to
you.
you for coming on to
Thank
our show. See
thank
you
you.
soon again on our show.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye bye. Bye,
Bye.
Sabiya.
Bye-bye.